Hidden Golem Games.
Alrighty, you got a 4-on-4 draft of... Oh, shit, I don't even know which cube this is. Uh... Alrighty, we've got a 4-on-4 draft of the Powermack cube, and this is a pretty banger of a pack. It's no power, obviously. The first picks that I think are pretty easy are like Faden, Underworld Breach, Solitude, or one of the fetches. I would take one of the fetches over Faden or Breach, but I'm going to first pick a Solitude. I think this card is so incredibly strong, and I would like Joe able to not... Holy shit, LSV passed me a Mana Crypt, he opened Lotus or Time Walk or something. Okay, I'm so happy with my first pick based on this that I'm going to do a little yippee! No, that was incredibly worth it to take Solitude there then. Wow. Okay. On my team, we have the Fats, Quiniac, myself, and Sandy Dog going up against Vash, LSV, Joe Abel, and Sven. Really solid teams. What am I going to back from this pack? Maybe Aragorn? Aragorn's not the best with Mana Crypt. Maybe Giver. Sandy probably takes Giver, though. If you don't know the dog, he drafts red-white a lot. Like red-white aggro. Or sometimes just white aggro. So, I would expect to get back a bunch of cards I don't super care about here. But I got a Mana Crypt out of this pack, so it was worth it. So far, oh my god, now I'm taking Minskin Boo. We're just Naya aggroing. Right off the bat. That's just what's happening. We are doing the thing. We are doing it right. Oh, now there's a Baragorth. 5-color aggro? Baragorth is the best card here. There's also Temple Garden. Galvanic Discharge. I'm gonna just take Temple Garden, though. I've drafted 2 incredibly high value cards. I have passed Reanimate, which is probably getting taken there. What's the first pick's probably Fetch Land, then Reanimate, then Barrogoyf. Like, obviously there's a first pick there, but that's a good string of cards. I don't love passing that. Should I hate the Barrogoyf? And just be willing to not play Barrogoyf for Minskin Boo? Sure. Sure, we'll be irresponsible as fuck. Now there's Pest Infestation, Mom. Does Solitude end up not getting played and I just play Jund? And I should have taken a first pick Fetch Land? I'm actually leaning towards that, because I kind of want to just take this Pest Infestation. This card's so good. It's great with Mana Crypt. Get back like an Inti or a FOMO or something, or a Bloodbraid Challenger from this pack. This is a little bit wild. Yeah. This has been a very interesting start to a draft. I'm usually a little more decisive than this. I am now going to take Stomping Ground, I feel. I really want to play Minskin Boo. I think it's a super solid card for that. Really wish I'd picked a Fetch Land over Solitude now. I see how quickly... see how the turntables... Like, I was super excited. I was like, oh, Mana Crypt Solitude's great. And then I saw Minskin Boo and Baragorf and I was like, okay, I need to take those. They're just so premium. Passing them is a bit of a problem. Oh, and I take a Snuff Out. Yeah. Sage this guy is also super interesting here. Like, it's just a great white card from an aggressive standpoint, especially when you have 0 drops in your deck, but like a turn 1, 2 Sage this guy's, like, that's a crazy good rate, but Snuff Out kind of needs to happen. Tainted Pact is fine, but I'm going to take Delighted Halfling. It's so good with Minskin Boo. And these decks that are looking to accelerate out threats, it's good if I get, like, Questing Beast. So we'll take that. And we could go in the Jund direction. We could go in the 4-color direction. We could go in the Naya direction. I'm not married to playing Baragorf Snuff Out, although those cards are incredible. Okay, Bitter Triumph came back. Dak Faden came back. That feels crazy. That card is very potent, but I'm going to take Bitter Triumph. All right, we're back. Draftmaster crashed there, but I am going to take Bitter Triumph and try to fix my cards a little bit. Boop. 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 There we go. I think Solitude's currently not getting played at the moment. I'm gonna take... Oh, this is tough. I'll take Witherbloom for now. I do think that combo's good. It's not my absolute favorite, and I will take Tireless Tracker. Clawbringer's here. Yeah, I really wish I'd taken a Fetch Pack one. I guess I will take Temple Guard in case I end up trying to do, like, Domain shit. You can see my sideboard a little bit. So yeah, you can just try to do like, not quite domain, it would be like 4 color, no blue at the moment, but I don't know if the Powermack cube has been updated with the Moto cube, which cut all the domain stuff. I don't know if the domain stuff has already been cut from this cube for a bit now. To be fully honest, I have not been following the updates to this cube as closely. Although I have been putting in my 2 cents about the stuff that I think should be in here. Because of course I have. What kind of Magic player would I be if I was not highly opinionated? Without much cause to be that, right? I'm actually going to take Sarak here. Oh, and a free Elder Gargoth. I think Sarak can be really interesting. I forgot to do this. But now I'm going to grab a Marsh Flats. We made the mistake in pack 1. We're not going to make it again. Yeah, with a fetch land, this deck would be looking so good over that Solitude. Like, it'd be looking... I mean, the deck's already looking so good. It would be looking extra hype. So, but yeah, we're going to take Marsh Flats. Maybe pick up some things. I'm happy Entomb's going the opposite way of Reanimate, because I'm guessing Joe picked up Reanimate. I just can't imagine that he passed that. Although maybe he did, because Sandy doesn't really usually play that. We'll see. We'll see what happened. I'm not 100% sure. I do not have perfect reads on people, just to be totally honest with you. I'm not a master of reading people. I generally know what some people play. Oh, and here I want Vista. Elves is good. Death Grid Champion goes hard in the paint. Do not get me wrong, that card is messed the fuck up. Especially like a Barrow. If you get a Barrow on like 3, and suddenly you're hitting someone for 7 for free. And you get to trigger its thing twice, you're going to draw 2. But don't pass like mana fixing with that premium unless you have something very good to take over it. If I drafted a bunch of white, I might consider a Ajani over Prismatic Vista, but Prismatic Vista is so good. People sleep on this card a little bit because, well, people really sleep on Fabled Passage. I think that's a little more reasonable. But people still sleep a little bit on Prismatic Vista. And, now there's Felia and Jacked Rabbit. There's Edict, there's Oliphant. I do just like taking Edict and being like, threats with a good removal package. But Oliphant to be... I'm also probably playing Sarak. And FOMO. So Edict puts me in a position where I'm a little bit more, like, control heavy, a little bit more classic Junding in my mind. Oliphant fixes my mana a little better. If I was playing white, this pack would be goated for me, like this Felia and this Jack Rabbit, but I'm going to take Shieldwood's Edict. I think that's great. Oh, and now we take... Oh, I'm not playing white, right. I'm not going to take Path. I could still play white. I'm not totally discounting it, but I am not feeling confident that I want to play white. I mean, I guess at the moment I have 3 sources. Solitude's a really bad white card to splash, to be honest with you. Here are my thoughts. There's Skull Clamp. Let's go with Pest Infestation. It's actually good with Minsc and Boo. It's good with FOMO. Just because you get to put it on there and you get to try to win more. There's also Uvenwold Oddity, but I think I'm going to just take Simian Spirit Guide as ramp. And hope to wheel Uvenwold Oddity. Now I will take recently banned Legacy, Troll of Khazad-dûm. I will take Troll for fixing, I think. Just because there also is a Reanimate floating around. Those are just taking Duress, which I think is better, and is actually what I'm going to do. Hopefully get back Blooming Marsh, or Troll, or Commercial District, be happy about any of those. At the moment, I also might still play Temple Garden, just so Marsh could get untapped green. But I'm lying, because I'm just going to take this Bayou. I don't need Elvish Spirit Guide. I've already got a Spirit Guide. And I don't think the Spirit Guides are too premium. Although, there is a Manamorphose going on. I could do the Spirit Guide, Manamorphose, like, Counterspell type thing. Bayou's so good. We might get back an Abrupt Decay, or Blazemire Verge, or Spirit Guide. I'd be happy with any of those. I'm just going to take it. Even an Endothetron would be an okay thing to get back. That's a late Dismember, and we are snapping that up. Snapping it up. Underground Mortuary or Tarmogoyf. I do love a Goyf. I love a Goyf. Also Palantir. Palantir is quite good with Mana Crypt, getting that down on turn 1 to immediately start doing stuff. Oh, it's also just taking my Triome. I get nothing back from this pack, which sucks. I'd love to get back Tarmogoyf. Card's good. Play Tarmogoyf more. Understand that card is still solid. But I need to take Zeotoras. I think having Martial Arts be a tri-land is just so valuable. And now I can take Pillage the Ball in case I get there on the Witherbloom. Or I take Embereth Shieldbreaker as just artifact stuff. It's tricky. It's a tricky choice. Also taking Jetmirrors is just a dual land that also makes white if I wanted to try to splash some white cards. I did pass a lot of the white that I'd be interested in this deck, honestly. But I'm still going to take Jetmirrors. I think the other cards are good enough. Oh, and now I'm going to take Death Reader's Champion. There's also Elves. Honestly, Elves might be there, but I think Death Reader's Champion just has such high spiking potential for killing the shit out of people. It doesn't give Trample, actually, which is the one thing that I forgot about with Baragorf. With Uvenwold Oddity, it's really crazy because Uvenwold Oddity has Trample. I will take him to Torok. I don't love Utopia Sprawl in these decks. I don't think it's that solid. Crucible and Fast Bomb being in the same pack doesn't really make me want Fast Bomb, so I'll just take Savai Triome. More free white fixing if I want it. Oh, Blooming Marsh. I see the Caustic Bronco. I don't think it's good enough to warrant that. Oh, and an Abrupt Decay. Oh, and a free Worldly Tutor if we assemble the Witherbloom combo. I'm not loving this deck as a combo deck at the moment. It's kind of just doing classic Jund. I'd love like a piece of power here. Yes! Speaking of Chain of Smog. Love a piece of fast mana here. And then we'll Fire Covenant. We'll Mind Twist. At worst, I'll probably wheel Nurturing Peatland. Ooh, Vash picked Cogwork. And did not do the thing. I'm once again asking you to understand with Cogwork, you should wait until the absolute end of the pack, so there's a chance you get past a pack with double power or something, right? It's just a little bit of a goofy thing with online. Don't do it in person. In person, it's like a real ankle shoot because there's no timers. But we'll take Mox Emerald. Yeah. Unless you're playing an environment back. Oh, I know I get Thoughtseize. I do see the Emberwild Captain. That card is very good. There's a Blood Crypt I'd love to get back, but we take Thoughtseize. It's one of the cards I was asking for that I thought would make this deck even better. And now there's Wasteland. Maybe get back Ramanop or Renin. Maybe pick up a Renin 6. I don't think I'll do either of those things, but there's Deep Cavern, there's Fatal Push. I do really like those cards, but I do think picking up Wasteland when you've got this much fast mana, so you can, like, turn one out a Tireless Tracker and then turn two Wasteland them or something, like, very solid. Do not sleep on the powers of Wasteland. Douthly Voidwalker is not my favorite here. Oh, is this an Indoraptor deck? This is an Indoraptor deck. I'm going to take City of Traders. Or do I just take Indoraptor and hope I get back City of Traders or Savannah or Generous Ent or Lobra or Tarfire? Sure, we'll do that. Oh, Indoraptor. I've been wanting to try this card out. So, this is kind of me throwing... Oh, and now there's Renin 6? Double fetch Wasteland? Maybe pick up another fetch land or something? Cogworks in this pack. That's the other consideration, but we're taking Renin 6 here. We got the Wasteland. Like, maybe LC passes me a Strip Mine. He's done that before. He's passed me Strip Mine, Wasteland, Renin 6 before. That was in a 10-player draft, so it's a little bit different. I'm going to just take Questing Beast here. Nothing else that's calling to me. And that card is good. It just kills people. You'd be shocked at how much Questing Beast just fucking murks people. Burst Lightning. Pretty easily. Not 100% sure I'll main deck it, but I definitely could. Definitely could. And I'm not going to try to splash white at this point. I get that I have all the fixing. I mean, I guess if I picked up, like, Swords to Plowshares next pick or something, I would put in my 1, 2, 3, 4 sources, probably run 1 planes and have, like, 6 sources, and then run Swords. But I'm not going to run Solitude. Double white's a really hard cost. This deck would love a fetch land over it right now, honestly. It would be so good, especially now that I picked up Renin 6. Like, it's a little bit of a massive shame I didn't. There is Oust, Flame Slash, Vindicate, but I'm just going to pick up Ignoble. Great Magic the Gathering card. Yeah, if this was just... if this was a Verdant Catacombs, this deck would be, like, in love with that. So, goes to show that I should go with my gut and pick the fucking, like, open, reliable cards. But I do think I mean, no, Solitude did not push me in a direction. Mana Crypt, Minsk and Boo, Baraglyph pushed me in a direction. And I think I read the I like rode the draft wave correctly there. So currently this is oh wait, 1 second, there is Chain of Smog here. Oh, this is tricky, because I do like Chain of Smog, and I like Fire Covenant, but I do kind of just want Nurturing Peatland. This doesn't feel like a great combo deck. I do have the Worldly Tutor, but I'm just so aggressive anyway. I could run him. Yeah, I just want to take this. It works really well with running 6. I want a little more fixing. I've already got a decent removal suite. Yeah. So currently this is 8, 9, 10 lands, so I need 3 more playables. Currently that would be like him, Burst Lightning, and then 1 card that I'm going to pick up in the next couple packs. Yeah, 6 more picks. I think I'll find something. If not, I'd play Elder Gargaroth. It's a little bit high on curve for what I want to be doing. And I'm not taking anything playable here, because it's just a Blood Crypt. Like, anything that is a playable in the deck. Obviously, I'm going to play Blood Crypt. So I could take Ramanop Excavator. I actually don't really like that in this deck. I've only got 3 things it works with. Kind of 4 with Nurturing Peatland, but I like running 6 a lot more with those. I'm going to take Infernal Grasp, I think. It's really solid removal. Yeah, I just like this deck. Oh, it has a Lotus Cobra? That's kind of sick. Also is Tar Fire from my Barrogoyf. But no, I'm going to take Lotus Cobra. I'm not 100% that I'll play it. It's between, like, I mean, I've got 4 possible playables. I don't really want to play Gargaroth just because of my curve. I'll hate Bone Shards because I passed the Animate. I think it's just the best card. I will not pass Joe Abel a Corpse Dance. I'll instead pass him a 3-color card, and I get the last pick Ball Citadel. LSV was not on Artifacts, I think. A shocker. And I'm pretty sure. I mean, it's a little wild if Joe was on Reanimate. Like, I'm guessing he wasn't, honestly. Because he passed, he passed Entomb, and he passed Troll, and he passed a bunch of other stuff. But I'll figure it out. I'm going to pick the last couple cards of the thing, and I'll be back to show you the deck that I've built, go through my process on that, and go over my teammates' decks. See you there. Alrighty, so I ended up bringing in him and Burst Lightning, figuring out my mana base a little bit. I think the deck's really solid, got a good curve going on. Quiniac, Moxjet, Mox Sapphire, busted ass shit, cutting life death in favor of Urtai. It's better at defending, it's good at defending the initiative, and it's good at just being interactive. They've got great 2-drops like Psychic Frog Felia, so having some higher range options. Has Flash, World Spine Natali. Has some great ways to fight over the initiative also, just with Malcolm, Flood Pit's Drowner, Psychic Frog. Has some good removal, like low curve. Felia's also good at fighting over the initiative. Great deck. The Fats, well, only 1 piece of power. Our team got a lot of power. Mox Ruby, but has shit ton of good red aggro. We were kind of fighting a little bit, but Haze of Chaos Adventurer, Emberwild Captain, Glorybringer, took my Goyf, Moloch, awesome, Ragavan, some good burn, Lalia, Ursine Monstrosity, peak card. So just great stuff going on. And then the dog totally pivoted off what I expected. Was on Reanimate. So I didn't hate too much from him, actually. I hated a little bit occasionally, but, like, didn't hate that troll. Got all the way back to him. He did not get Entomb. But I didn't hate the Entomb. Vamp 2 to Reanimate. Reanimate. Has an Ancestral, like Tameo. Troll, Woodfall Primus, Triplicate Titan. Has a Passion Sway here and there. And then also has Demonic Consultation, Thoracle combo. Gonna be cutting Mana Vault. We talked about that. It's just, I think, a little bad in this deck. It's good with Passageway Seer. It's good for hardcasting a Troll. It's good for turboing out like a Preacher with a little protection, but just like a little bit of mana protection. But it just doesn't do enough. It's a dead card enough of the time. It's like, nah. Just play the cards in your deck that work well together. So we're into match 1. I don't know who I'm against, but I'll find out in match 1, and we'll see what they've done. Alright, we got a game 1. We're on the play against Joe Abel. I do not like this hand. I cannot keep this hand. Maybe if I had a fetch land. Yeah, I just gotta mulligan that. Oh, this hurts. Wow. I am not getting lucky. I'm gonna mulligan again. To 5 with an aggro deck. Okay, this is a little more keepable, I guess. We will put back Infernal Grasp and Pest Infestation. That was rough. See, against Joe Abel. Apparently, LSV, when he passed me a Mana Crypt, first picked a Time Vault. So, that's not very good for us. If I don't get turn 1 removal spelled here, it's great. And that means that other hand maybe could have worked, but that other hand, this first hand was so rough if I got turn 1 removal spelled. Okay. I don't feel awful about my decision still. I think a turn 2 Sarok is going to actually do some work here, so. Sarok can't be countered. No Force of Will on this. And then, if they ever want to counter one of my things or remove one of my creatures, I get to draw a card. So, at the very least, if they have a removal spell for it, it's going to replace itself. Ooh. Oh, Chaos Defiler in the bin? Okay. That's a little bit spooky. Let's lead on just a good old-fashioned Thoughtseize. Grissy Bee, and the card I'm worried about, Spellseeker. That goes and finds an animation card. Let's go to combat. Attacks. Swing for 5. 4-turn clock here, and they don't have a lot of action in hand. There's a Creeping Tar Pit. Oh, okay. Yeah, that feels good enough. Not a creature spell, so if they counter it, Sarok does not draw me a card, but... Ho, 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 ho. I was either hitting for 5, or I'm going to be hitting for 8 here. Boom, begin combat, attacks. Swing for 8. Say go. This is, I mean... Speed. I am speed. 1 winner. 96 losers. Cars. Let's run it back. If you don't know the opening to Cars, that's fair. But that movie was very, very important to my childhood. Okay. We seem to be doing decently. Oh, that one's not good. People are running Fair Tezzeret in other people's games, and people are confused about it. Okay, so, I mean, that was showing the power of a 3-mana 4/3 there. Like, this card just got down, and then was like, I will fuck you up. My opponent also kept a slow hand. They kept a hand that was just like, I'm going to try and like, get a creature in bin, and then Spellseeker. I mean, maybe they got Time Walk or something, like, oh, I can Spellseeker for Time Walk, but I'm guessing they have an animation spell. You could have Life Death. No, we have Life Death. They can't have Reanimate. They can't have Life Death. It can't be a reanimation spell then. We have Corpse Dance. Oh, this hurts so bad. I think I'm going to keep this on the draw. I've got a turn 1 Duress. It could be a turn 1 Tracker. Also, with the right draws. The Questing Piece is a little unfortunate with this hand, but everything else feels decent. And I feel like Duress against a deck that's looking to do animation shenanigans can just be so potent. Okay, that is a Blood Crypt. It's not perfect. I would really like a green source, but I'm going to just turn 1 Duress. I'm going to get this Mind Twist out of here. Because they can't even... Oh, they can't cast Narset. That's an island. They've got a blue source in play. But yeah, I'm more worried about a Mind Twist. Especially because I've got, like, Infernal Grasp and stuff for this Gristlebrand. I mean, I could, like... Oh, okay, that's sick. Actually, that was the reason to lead on Blood Crypt, I guess, for running 6, but... Cast out Mana Crypt. Tireless Tracker. Say go. And the next turn I can run in 6 plus Infernal Grasp something, or run in 6 plus Crack a Clue. Like... Oh my God, I got so much mana. Guys, Mana Crypt might be a good Magic card. I don't know if you knew this, but they did ban it in Commander. Big Commander ban list update the other day, too. That was interesting. You got thoughts and feelings on that are appropriate for YouTube. Leave them in the comments. Some people get very mad about these things, but I liked how they addressed the old bannings. They're like, yeah, we're looking at them. I do think Jeweled Lotus should get unbanned. It's just my take. The card doesn't exist without Commander. Dockside, I think, is in an interesting position. Boom. Oh, Wasteland with Ren and 6. Don't mind if I consider this option. I would like to pay 2. I'd like to investigate. I would like to crack this for the low cost of 2 mana. Draw a card. Move to combat. Attack for 4. Cast out Ren and 6. Say go. I mean, the interesting thing here is even if they, like, maybe discard my whole hand with, like, Narset Wheel or something, right? I still have to start getting back Wasteland to hit that Shell Dock. They do have a basic island in hand. They're probably going to play Narset here. Yep. Guess that was maybe a reason to hit the Shell Dock Isle, but I'll just kill Narset next turn. Unless, I mean, they could hit... I mean, I'm not super... They hit Force of Will. Okay, so I know... Okay, they do Flame Slash Tireless Tracker. Okay, so they've got Narset. Island's been played, Swamp's been played, Mountain's been played, Bristlebrand's been discarded. So they got 3 cards in hand. One of them is a Force of Will. Let's go heads. Tails, I lost the flip. Okay, that's fine. Hit that. Discard Swamp. Cool, they don't force it. Blow up Shell Dock. Uptick, get back Wasteland. Say go. I have Infernal Grasp up at the moment. With another land. Okay, I lose 3. Yep, I called it. I called that I'd lose 3. Don't think I didn't call it. Play Wasteland. Uptick on Swamp. This Questing Beast might be overly greedy. I guess my green is not, like, that high. I was thinking about it while I was doing my sources. Maybe I need to cut Questing Beast. Yeah, you can look at my hand. I mean, you'd have to have... They just got rid of a blue card, so they definitely have a blue card in hand, I'm guessing. Got one way to deal with Gristlebrand at the moment. They probably have a way to reanimate it. I just don't know. It's got to be like Animate Dead or Necromancy. This is a wild, wild game. Heads again. I won the flip. Cool. So yeah, notice I didn't say I'm going to lose life here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is play this. This is going to be funny as hell. Shoot them for 1. Shoot them for 2. And then I'm going to cast this. Oh, no, I do need red for this. Shit. So I shoot them for 1. This comes down as a 4-1. Black. And 1. Indoraptor. As a 4-2. Force of Will? Oh, Remand. Okay. That is acceptable. I can accept that. Especially green off the top. I get to Questing Beast into Indoraptor. Oh, green off the top, green off the top. Let's do it. Green off the top. Or red off the top, but let me kick Burst Lightning into Indoraptor. Which would also be sick, because that would be like 5 damage to the dome, and then I play an 8-5. Jesus Christ. Bloodthirst is a mechanic I have not interacted with much. It's just not on a ton of cards that are insanely strong. Unless it is, and I just don't know. But I can't think of many other cards that are like, yeah, Bloodthirst. But this card is potent. This card and Spitting Dilophosaurus. If you don't know that one, it's either 2 in a black or it's just 1 in a black. For like either a 3/3 or a 3/2. I think it's 2 in a black for a 3/2. And when it ETBs or attacks, you get to Put a 1/1 counter, -1/-1 counter on a creature. And creatures your opponents control with -1/-1 counters on them can't block. So it's very good at fighting over the initiative. It's he's playing like Canadian Highlander stuff. It's very good at picking off elves. It's just a good card. Kind of does the Bowmasters-y thing of like just being able to pick off your cheap cards. Discard Galvanic Discharge. Are they just trying to kill me with Mana Crypt here? I win the flip. Now let's ping you for 1. Let's Burst Lightning with Kicker on you. Red, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Go down to 8. Let's cast Indoraptor. They have to force this pretty much, or have a counterspell for it. Otherwise, it's humongously big. And if they try to kill it with a damage spell. Okay, yep, we're seeing Force of Will get cast out here, which is sick. Because that means if I draw a land, we are very much in the range of killing them with Questing Beast. And it means Infernal Grasp is online. And they can't draw with Gristlebrand if they reanimate Gristlebrand. Through the Breaching and Emrakul, I die. Sick. Was not expecting that. So they're not on Reanimator, they're just on Through the Breach. These are all instants, right? Yeah. I mean, that one's not, obviously, but that's not really what I'm looking for. Burst Lightning doesn't do much here. I wouldn't cut it for Lobra, though. Yeah, we'll just run it back and just try to keep a hand that doesn't just have one threat maybe this time. Maybe we can get there. Also, this is a situation where I'd maybe want to cut a land and just play like 16 land equivalents plus my 2 elves. I know one of them is a halfling, one of them's a goblin, but plus my 2 elves, birds, however you want to phrase it. And put in like Gargaroth. Gargaroth does increase my curve a little bit and make me want more green, but I think we got a pretty good matchup here as long as I can keep a hand that gets to make aggressive plays, like Death Greeters, Serac, Barrowglyph, an early Indoraptor. Are all gonna be good things. I guess I could cut like. Let's try this. Let's try this out. It also mana fixes me. I don't know if that got locked in because I didn't click submit. I don't think it did. But I'm not going to complain about turn 1 Serac. I know I can't cast out Abrupt Decay or Duress, but a turn 1 Serac is uncounterable, and it replaces itself if they try to remove it. And it immediately puts me in a very offensive position. With a Black Source, I'm able to Duress, and I can Abrupt Decay some sort of lingering play. If this mountain was a Black Source, it would be pretty ideal, but it's not, and that's okay. Let's play out the mountain first. Let's play out the Mox Emerald. Let's play out the Mana Crypt. Play out Serac. Can't even force it. Say go. I mean, 4 permanents in play turn 1 is pretty good, you know. Vintage Cube, everybody. The place where you get to spend your Mana Crypt and Mox Emerald to cast your Serac Elusive Hunter. Oh, man. Fluting. Okay. Yeah, I'm really hoping for like a Black Source or something like a I mean, well, not Seasoned Dungeoneer. Oh my god, I can never think of its name. Well, hopefully I'll draw off the top of my deck. The 3-drop red creature that you can also dash. That guy's pretty good. That guy is pretty good, heads. Ooh, I won the flip. Nurturing mother freaking Peatland. Show me that extra. I will just take Flame Slash here. Hit for 4. Then I have no answers to this other than Toxic Deluging at the moment. And deluging here feels not good for them. Now it's tails. Yeah, see? I know what the fuck's up. I get to hit them for 4 here. Okay, then if I Indoraptor, it's 5. I don't really want to do that, because they're just going to removal spell it with... They're going to get to 2 for 1 with Deluge, then. Yeah. That feels pretty bad. I'm just going to pass here, I think. Which also feels pretty bad. But if they want to Dak Fade my Mana Crypt, they can. If they want to Dak Fade my Mox Emerald, they can. If they want to Dak Fade my Mana Crypt, that's awesome. Honestly, that starts killing them. If they want to Deluge here and just kill Sarok, and then I can Indoraptor next turn, much of their removal seems damage-based that isn't Toxic Deluge. So, Indoraptor is pretty scary for them. Maybe I should have taken Deluge, because Flame Slash targets. Oh, Frantic Search, okay. I do have both Abrupt Decay and Dismember at instant speed. Just an important thing to note. And I should tap down a Mana Crypt or Mox Emerald if they steal it. If they steal Mana Crypt, Mox Emerald... If they steal Mox Emerald, I probably tap it, Nurturing Peatland to Abrupt Decay their Dak Faden. That just feels like a good little exchange of resources there. Frantic Search digging for stuff. I'm trying to think of what would get me to play out Indoraptor into this Deluge. Probably nothing in my deck would let me do that. I mean... No, if I top deck, what's it called right now? Burst Lightning, it's just 4 to the Dome, which is pretty great, because it means that they're basically at 8 HP. I'm intrigued by what they'll discard here. Yeah, I'm intrigued by what they'll discard. And I'm going to be... If they Toxic Deluge for 3, that's pretty awesome for me, because it gets their mass removal out of hand. It means that they can't steal Mana Crypt at all, or they just start getting destroyed. I'm above 15 HP. I basically don't want to tap Nurturing Peatland another 4 times. I want to only tap it 3 times over the course of the game, because once I get below 15 HP, stuff starts being... Like, Emrakul starts being a bigger problem. Obviously, Emrakul's already a big problem. If I get Emrakul'd, I lose all my permanents, so I probably die anyway. But, oh, discarding Deluge. Okay. That's super wild to me. Unless you're going to, like, Mox. Okay, we're playing Dak Faden. We stealing Mox Emerald? It's got to be steal Mox Emerald here. So, there's also the element of, do I just kill Mox Emerald with itself? And I kind of want to, honestly. I don't super care about them digging more. I do care about them getting extra mana. I'm going to my turn. I do want to win all these flips. Okay. Oh, Snuff Out's interesting. Okay, so now we're going to go move to combat, attacks, hit you for 4. Boom. Green, red, 1. Indoraptor as a 7/5. Which is pretty damn good. Pretty damn good indeed. It's also menacing, so it's really hard to block. Like, this card's just good. I've yet to play with it. This feels pretty solid. I haven't seen any non-damage-based removal out of them other than Deluge, I don't think. Maybe I have. Maybe I'm losing it. Their revealed cards are now meaningless. Everything that is relevant has been played out. I'm just trying to think. I just won game 1 really quick. Tireless Tracker, Flame Slash, Unholy Heat. I haven't seen too much of their deck. Discarding Force of Will. The lack of scoop there makes me think they have some like, gas. Something to do. We'll see, though. Because I'm not convinced. Like, I don't think they can get there on through the breach this turn, absolutely. Like, I'm very convinced they can't do that. So, the question is, what can they do? They can... Snuff Out's also not free. That's a relevant piece of information right now. What can they do? They can play... So, perfect roll. This is my perfect roll. Like, how could they through the breach this turn? Soul Ring, land, Soul Ring, through the breach, target. They don't have enough cards in hand for that. So, I'm not really worried about it through the breach. Not worried about a sneak attack. Because they need double red. Like, they need an extra red source here. Like, an extra mana. Underworld Breach. Okay. And then we're breaching Flame Slash on Sarek. Or on Holy Heat on Sarek. That's gotta be what it is, because you can't target Interrupt or you just fucking die. Oh, unless they sacrifice a non-token creature of their choice. Important note, did not read that last part of that card. Wow, that could have been relevant later. Glad I read the card. Reading the card explains the card, everybody. This would be funny with having a... What's it called? Goblin Bombardment. Flame Slash on Sarek. I draw Minskin Boo. Okay. I feel like I'm a little bit of a luck sack, but... I win the flip yet again. I'll even play that out, just for snuff out reasons. Yes. I win the match. Oh, I should show their exiled cards too, because it's Force of Will and such. Alrighty, well, I'll see you guys in match 2. That went well! We did it! Woohoo! Alrighty, we are on the play. Nope, we're on the draw against Sven. I have to mulligan this hand, because why could I ever draw a keepable hand? Yeah, I'll keep this. It's slow, but I'll keep it. Put back Death Greeters. Yeah. Sven's, I just watched Sven's entire, like, last game, because it took, like, 30 minutes past my game being done. I don't even know what he's doing. He's on, like, 4-color, no red nonsense. Like, One Ring, Coveted Jewel, Sage of the Skies, Lutri, Enduring Curiosity. Just, like, I don't even know how to describe it. 4-color nonsense pile. Sure, that's my best description, is 4-color nonsense pile. Let's say go. A Wasteland off the top would be excellent against this deck. Wasteland is going to be huge in this matchup, I feel. Oh my god. Watching that last match broke me a little bit. It was legitimately like over an hour match. And you saw how quick my match was, so I've been waiting a little bit to play. Got some work done while I was waiting. Yeah, okay. Mortuary, Island. Cool. Let's play out Running 6. Uptick on nothing. No legal targets. So the next turn we cast out Sorak, and hopefully they'll hold up a counter spell. And then we get Abrupt Decay and Minskin Boo the turns after that, and just do some straight nonsense. That's the hope. The fact that Sorak also, when they interact with them, targeting creature spells. Ooh. Leovold. Okay, that's upsetting. I kind of feel the need to deal with that. To be honest with you. They have wheels in their deck. I know they don't have force. Yeah. Might have force negation. But no, I think we have force negation. Maybe not. Oh, we do. Yeah, yeah. They have no forces here. This can't... Oh, this also can't be countered. It's Abrupt Decay. The Doi. Just uptick Running 6 again. Pass the turn. I probably still will play out Sorak next turn if they hold up mana. And then the turn after that, I'll Questing Beast and just start killing them. But we'll see what happens. Ooh, Voltaic Key. They don't have Time Vault. LSV has Time Vault, so this is just a fair Voltaic Key deck. They're brainstorming. That seems like a strange order to do that in. Classic key brainstorm. I actually have had an interesting thought process of, like, should we be putting Pyroblast, Hydroblast in the cube? At least Pyroblast. I think Pyroblast would be a good addition. I get that people are not the most... do not love that combo. Not combo, Jesus Christ. Do not love cards that interact with, like, specific color identities as much, but I do think it's a neat concept. While they're tapped out here, I'm actually just going to cast out Minskin Boo. Both the Broken Gruul Planeswalkers. I would absolutely like to use this ability. I would like to put counters on it. I like to move to combat and hit for 4. Hello, Sebastian from the future here. I keep forgetting to use Ren and 6 during this video. I'm just realizing now as I'm editing it. I don't know why. I don't know what was happening at the time. I don't know if I was just really tired or something. I recorded this a couple days ago. My apologies. Feel free to flame me for it. I don't know what was happening. And then next turn I will go Questing Beast, put counters on Boo, hit for 11. Or no, is that even right? Yeah, it's not lethal the other way either. Hit for 11. Minus Ren and 6, start paying them. Oh, did I even use Ren and 6 last turn? Oh, shit, I'm throwing. Oh, that's me throwing. It's okay. I throw sometimes. We all throw. We'll see what they do here. They do have Sunfall in their deck. They've got some wheels. What other shit? I mean, I already mentioned Coveted Jewel. Top, obviously, that's being used right now. Asika's Chariot. Oh, they've got Lotus, right? Counterspell, Preordain the One Ring, Pillage the Bog. Sylvan Caryatid, Auriok Salvagers. They do have an infinite mana combo. I mean, obviously, Lutri, Enduring Curiosity. Yeah, it was just... this deck's just wacky as hell. Time Twister is their thing. 5 Fairy. I don't know if Lion Sash is in the main deck. Oh, okay. It's the One Ring. Chill. Chill. No, we will not. Oh, the One Ring doesn't fucking matter at all, by the way. Let's fucking go. Remember to use this. No illegal targets done. Uptick on Boo. And then just a real quick, it's your boy, the One Ring Ignorer. Remember, Questing Beast gets around the One Ring, because protection prevents damage. 3 HP. Ren and 6 kills them in 3 turns, and I have to answer my board. A Sunfall doesn't even fully get them out of this. Oh man, the Questing Beast looks good. So yeah, they're just dead to me chucking something at them with Minskin Boo. Even just playing Surak and throwing it. So they're really deadless. They have to deal with Minskin Boo here. And both my creatures. And then if they don't deal with Ren and 6, that kills them quickly. So I think we probably have this game down. I don't want to speak too decisively, but the fact that Surak's uncounterable, Minskin Boo, they don't have any creatures to kill at the moment. What are some of the things I can see them doing? I think they have Fractured Identity. 2? Or is that a different game that I saw Fractured in? They might have Fractured Identity, in which case they could Fractured Identity, Questing Beast, hit me, shoot the Minskin Boo down to 1, and then still die to Boo just smacking them. Or me Shield Detonating and Questing Beast and smacking them, but I just... yeah. I don't know. I don't think they have an out here. But knowing Sven, Sven is going to tank for the next 3 to 4 minutes looking for an out, so... we'll probably poof back when they have stopped tanking. Oh, no, they tapped the warning. They did a game action. Game actions are happening. Magic the Gathering is being played. As I said, the last match that I will not subject you to watching at all, between Sven and Quiniak, not Quiniak, Sven and Sandy Dog, was some of the most Magic the Gathering I've ever seen played, where no one was doing anything. Like, there's just so many game actions happening, and they didn't matter until, like, the very end of the game. Okay. Oust my stuff. Untap the Coveted Jewel. Sensei's top. Okay. I'm not gonna do that. No. I'm gonna draw. Begin combat. Attacks. Hit for 7. They definitely have a removal spell here. Cool, I just win. I don't know why we played that out then. Okay. That was weird. We're on the draw now. I can't... No. I kind of want to, almost. Yeah, I'm going to. I'm going to cut a land for a Lobra. I'm on the draw. 16 lands plus 2 halfling. Plus 2 elves. One of them's a halfling. One of them's a hierarch. The H has really got me. It's like when I mix up all my friends whose first names start with J. Oh, taking the play, as he should. And I get a hand that does no pressure, but has a mox. This sucks. It has no red as well. I need to mulligan this despite the moxen. Oh, I will keep this, though. This is pretty great. And I'll put back Infernal Grasp. I'm just not that worried about creatures in Sven's deck. Until the very late game. Let's go. Bayou. Thought Sneeze. I'm going to take Sage of the Skies, I think. This is a fair Tezzeret. Sage of the Skies mucks up the board. Sunfall is annoying late game, but... Currently, he only has 3 lands. He does have a Brainstorm to get there on some more lands. I'm not putting... Okay, that's actually such a good draw. I would like to pay 2 life. I'd like to cast out Lotus Cobra. And then the hope is going to be to play the Prismatic Vista, tracker off the extra mana, fetch with it, crack the clue immediately. Yeah, we could also just play a questing piece next turn, but I kind of like saving questing piece in case they one ring is kind of like a gotcha, or post Sunfall. Brainstorming. Brainstorming. I think this is a good time to not brainstorm on my end step and instead brainstorm on their main. Because they get to see an extra card that way. They get to dig a little bit deeper. Especially without a fetch land in hand. They don't have an automatic way to shuffle the stuff away. Now they find a fetch land. See, this is how you brainstorm correctly, everybody. To the one person that was like, you can brainstorm wrong in my comments. Which, you know, I told them to say, but... Yes, this is how you brainstorm correctly. So we play Vista. Add a green. Green. Tireless Tracker. And then we're going to pass. And we're going to fetch. I'm going to hit for 2. No reason not to. Blam. We're going to fetch. Go get the... Probably go get a red source. I've already got double green. I have double black in hand. Yeah, I'll get a red source. Also known as a mountain. That's the only kind of red source Prismatic Vista can get. Unless they start printing basics that are goofy. Ooh, Sensei's Divining Top. Savannah. Okay. Go to end step. Fetch. Get a mountain. Put this one on the stack first. Make the clue. Get a red. It does not matter. Red. Crack the clue. Put a counter on them. Draw a card. Get a snuff out. That's actually kind of neat. I'm not going to play on any lands this turn. Let's go like this. Investigate. Add a green. Crack a clue. Put a counter there. Draw a card. Go to combat. Attack. Hit for 7. They're going to Sunfall here, so I'm not questing beasting. Questing beast in here or Indoraptoring. Because I have faith they have a 5th land. Questing Beast coming down next turn, getting a smack in for 4 immediately is very solid, and then Indoraptor starting to be able to come down after that as a sort of must-answer card. What can Tezzeret go get that's worrying? The One Ring's not really worrying, because again, it doesn't give them protection if you Tezzeret for it. The One Ring says if you cast it, and Tezzeret just puts it into play. We're untapping top. Okay, we're drawing. We're doing the extra draw thing with top here. Trying to dig for a land, probably. I would spin top, though, before I did this, right? Okay, no. We're not. I'm going to have 2 here to still be able to grab priority with that creature. But they're definitely just going to go Sunfall, which is okay, and I'm hoping to kill them with a Questing Beast. 3, 4, 5. Cast that Sunfall. Sick. My turn. Let's play. I don't think they have days, and if they do, it's a little bit of a shame. I do want to maintain my life total slightly. Questing Beast. Be in combat. Attacks. Swing first 4. Pass to the turn. Actually, I'm not going to because I have Snuff Out up. And if they played a fight spell or something, which there's nothing in the format that does that, but if they played a Fractured Identity, speak of the devil. We're just gonna deal with that immediately. That's fine. And then I've got this Indoraptor to cast out. Ooh, Iggy. Ignoble Hierarch. And Indoraptor, the perfect hybrid. We still have Dismember up for their blocker. We get to hit them for 4 next turn. Seems decent. Oh, what are we playing here? Oh, the One Ring. Sick. Never happy to see that, but, you know, it happens. I'm actually not going to have 6 still. Draw. I'm actually kind of happy to see them tapping it, because it also will just kill them eventually. They do have Teferi to tuck it. And, I mean, worst case scenario, you can fracture it into your own One Ring, but... Correct? Yes. But, I mean, currently at the moment, they're taking 2 off of it. Is it target opponent or each opponent? Choose an opponent at random, so it doesn't even target. They are immune to damage, so they wouldn't be able to take it. But I am going to crack this. Okay, play out that. Still damage. Yeah. Okay. Nope. Pass the turn. They probably animate the incubator token, in which case I will let that transform, and then I am going to dismember it. Just right now, before there is any opportunity for nonsense to occur, paying the full cost, because again, I think my life total is still relevant in this matchup, as much as it is less relevant still. Now they do have an interesting conundrum, which is a Teferi now needs to tuck the One Ring, which means it cannot tuck an Indoraptor. Any damage-based removal, or chumping the Indoraptor becomes a huge problem because they die to it. So they can't even like add Lutri to hand and then play Lutri out. Sage of the Skies is in bin. They could Leovold Wheel here. Pillage the Bug, okay. I am just F6 here. I don't know why I'm holding up priority. If the Indoraptor ever takes damage at this point, they just die. I think this deck's sick. My teammates are kind of getting wrecked, but... And we have so much power on our team. It's crazy. Let's see what they do. Oh, 5 mana. Fractured and Sunfall are gone. 6 mana. Coveted Jewel? Sweet. So this is what I was talking about with, like, this deck is kind of a nonsense pile. It's just got a lot of mana stuff and a lot of big artifacts. And, like, some Sunfalls and some Fractured Identities. But with some careful gameplay, you can get around a lot of the nonsense. It doesn't have the density of, like, counter spells and cheap interaction that, like, something like Check Pile has. Where you're just like, oh, I'm playing Force of Will and Tarmogoyf. Right? This deck is more on the just, like, big nonsense side of things, which means it's vulnerable to sort of the aggressive deck like this, or the more disruptive combo deck, or more disruptive mid-range deck. Because if you're casting 2 relevant spells this game, yes, the One Ring is relevant, yes, Coveted Jewel is relevant, but Sunfall and Fractured Identity were the 2 big relevant spells, and Sunfall killed 2 creatures, which was good, but then I had played around it, and Fractured Identity didn't do anything because I had an answer for it, which is killing my own creature. It was still a 2-for-1, but it was a 2-for-1 that didn't leave them with any blockers. Fair Tezzeret coming down here. They've drawn a bajillion cards. They have they have 3 mana at the moment. I'm not overly worried. I do think we're probably going to take this down. And this is game 2? Or did we lose a game? This is game 2. Okay, so yeah, I think we're going to just win here. And even if we don't, we still have another game to take it back on the play. So, yeah, Indoraptor being a 3-1 for 3 was good enough here. Required an answer. Ooh, we are doing something. We are doing something. 2 mana, blue mana. Okay, we got a concession. Sick. I'll see you guys in match 3, which gets Vash. Woo! Alrighty, we are on the draw against Vash, who is playing Capital J Jeskai. This is not my favorite hand against Capital J Jeskai, but I'm still going to keep it. I think it's better than a mulligan. It's got a lot of early interaction. It's got a run in 6 if I get a Wasteland or something, which would be very good in this matchup. That's not a Wasteland. Pass through their turn. What are we doing? Johnny. Speaking of Capital J Jeskai. That would have been a great draw on turn 1. Not gonna lie to you. We are still gonna play it out here. I actually think it's more important to kill a Johnny. Cast. Kill a Johnny. Delighted Halfling. Go. That's this spell's name, by the way. This spell's name is Kill a Johnny. There's a big comprehensive rules update where they changed the name of all the 2-mana removal spells to that. Okay, stomping that. Holding up mana, which is not my favorite. Luckily, Spell Snare isn't in the cube. Current thought is I'm going to go green, red, run in 6. Oh, if they miscalculate, I get to do the funny Spirit Guide thing. Shoot the Cat Warrior token. Pass the turn. Next turn, if I don't draw any action, I can consume a Nurturing Peatland for a card. Oh, Broadside Bombardiers. Cool. Shieldred's Edict. That dies. That felt good. Let's draw a card. Let's get back the Peatland. Let's play the Peatland, even though it means I take a damage off a Bitter Triumph or Infernal Grasp. It still seems decent. They do have this Bone Crusher Giant, which actually is really unfortunate to cast a removal spell on. Ooh, they got my Strip Mine. What a jerk. Headliner Scarlet. My creatures can't block this turn. Oh, no. Kill it. The infinite removal hand. Okay, so what we're going to play here is Tireless Tracker, land, investigate, uptick, run in 6 on nothing, pass, and then next turn I'm going to hope to Sarok, Elusive Hunter. Strip Mine's really bad against me here with a run in 6 in play. Stripping Ziatoras is not nothing, but I still have all three of my colors. And I bet they're worried I'm going to Lightning Bolt whatever they play this turn. It's a little funny. Bone Crusher Giant, fair enough. Pass to me. Get a Wasteland. I kind of really want to hit the Raugrin Triome, not going to lie. Yeah, we should do that right now. Investigate. I'm going to take a crap ton of damage here. 3, 4, 5. I'm going to go to 8. Then I'll uptick on Wasteland. Actually, I'm going to discard a Wasteland rather than go to 8. I'm going to go to 11 instead. Discard Wasteland. Destroy that guy. Eat a clue. Get a land. Begin combat attack. Hit for 4. Pass it over to them. It's feeling pretty good. Okay, yeah, hitting the Raugrin Triome was great there. Oh, I get to him them too. Let's return Wasteland to my hand. Play this. Investigate. Cast Surak. Can't be countered. Boom. Actually, might want to play that. Might have want to have played that second. I will him them. Yep, they do have a counter spell. It's Daze. Okay, yeah. So the reason I probably should have himmed first is that this can't be countered anyway, so the Daze didn't matter for it. And if I had done that the other way, they wouldn't have been able to Daze that, and I would have played the Surak anyway. If they'd cast the Daze, it would have still messed up my mana, but there's no reason really for them to Daze a 2-drop. A 2-drop? Yeah, that is a 2-drop. I'm not totally crazy yet. Let's eat a clue. Cool, and we win. Just forgot I was going to eat 2 clues, hit for 10, and then shoot them with Ren 6. We got game 1. On the draw, I will cut this for a Lotus Cobra. And we're off to the races. Let's see if we can 3-0 this. I really like this deck. This deck was sick. I mean, Mana Crypt's a powerful Magic the Gathering card. Let's see if we can go. Let's see what we can go. Let's see what we can do. See if we can go all the way. All the way to a 3-0. Oh, I like the shit out of this hand, but I just can't keep a 1-lander. I like this hand a lot more, honestly. We'll keep this. Put back Ziatoras, turn 1, fetch Ziatoras. Yeah. So, you might be thinking, oh, you're taking it down for no reason. I think putting a fetch land in my bin for Ren 6 that isn't Prismatic Vista is worth it. Okay. I do have an answer for that, luckily. Give me Ziatora's Proving Ground. Snuff out. Go. My hope is they hold up a counterspell here and I get to Surak next turn. Oh, maybe. Nope, they're playing out a Reckoner Bankbuster. Not worried about that. That card was a little bit good in Standard, but not something I'm terrified of. Play out a Surak, pass. I got 2 removal spells in hand, and Surak's a really annoying card to kill. Yeah. I'll take 3 removal spells in hand. Okay. This is some pretty classic Junding stuff. Just, like, resolve a decent threat. Have a bunch of removal. Fuck up your stuff. Kill the Questing Beast. It's a good plan. They draw a card. They remove a counter. Let's see what they play. I'm going to fetch here because I don't super want to draw land off the top. And so it's deck thinning my lands. So like right now I've seen 4 lands. I'll have seen 5, which is about a third of my lands. I do have the 2 other things. Fetch. I can also fetch on my upkeep or anything. It doesn't actually matter with that one. I have double green. I have no double red in the deck, so I'm going to get a green source. We are going to, before combat, cast out Delighted Halfling, because if they have a removal spell for Surak and then a counter spell for Delighted Halfling, at least this way I get the maximum value. Okay, just smack him for 4 and have up 3 removal spells. I am not complaining. Not complaining at all. So next turn I can either hit for 5. I don't have any counters here. So like this is a situation where like a counter spell, like if I was playing like a teamer deck or something, or like a Sultai deck, having a counter spell here would be very useful. It's the one thing Junding lacks. Speaking of check pile, the deck I was talking about earlier, I understand my opponent's deck earlier was not a check pile deck. Check pile is also known as wet Jund. It's specifically, or fiery Sultai, right? It's specifically a 4-color no white deck, and my opponent was playing a very heavily white deck last match. But the big thing about check pile, okay, how do I want to do this? I just want to remove, let's spell that. They're going to Reckoner Bankbuster in response. Oh, they're not. Okay. This is a little wild to me. So what we're going to do is we're going to go combat, attacks, swing 4. I don't know what they're going to do. Okay. Oh, right, they can't Reckoner Bankbuster and then crew the Bankbuster in the same turn. I'm an idiot. Let's go red, green, run in 6, using the stuff that makes it uncounterable. Get back a Marsh Flats. And this is where, like, I mean, drawing Wasteland here could be sick. Get back this Marsh Flats. Let's do it. Ooh. Tashana's Tidebinder. Alrighty. They're going to counter that, but I'm going to kill the Tashana's Tidebinder. That happens. Go to end step, and then I'm going to Shieldred's Edict. Non-token. Actually, they could crew Reckoner Bankbuster and sacrifice it, but then Run 6 still doesn't die. No, I kind of want to dismember. Yes, I go a little low, but I think it's worth it here to be able to not let them goozle me with that, because I get to get hit for 3 next turn anyway. And then with like a Fiery Confluence or something and a Bolt, I could be like fucked. I haven't seen Fiery Confluence. I don't know if they have it. They do also have 4th in the deck, which is quite terrifying. It's like here, a 4th for 4 is just 8 damage to the dome. I'm playing a little fast and loose here. A little bit fast and loose. Ooh, Parallax Wave. That's good. That's a good one. They targeted that wrong. Okay. Let's go to me. I am just going to cast out Duress here. Take the shit out of 4th Earlingus. Oh my god. Okay, this hand is scary as shit. I want you to know that I know that. I'm going to take Marsh Flats here. I have a Shieldred's Edict that can deal with things. They remove counter and Parallax Wave. They get it for 3 more turns. Just in case, Fading is different from Vanishing. Vanishing is when the last counter is removed, you get rid of it. Fading is at your upkeep, remove a counter, and if you can't remove that counter, you sacrifice it. So let's make a pilot here. I'm going to ping the pilot on my turn with Ren 6. Well, depending on my draw. Okay, Ocelot Pride. Luckily, this doesn't also like gain them 2 life randomly, or I'd be in a bad state right now. Let's ping the pilot. Red. I mean, okay, no, I'm actually not going to do this. I was thinking about it, and I've decided that that's a stupid-ass decision. We're gonna go get Bayou here. And then in their upkeep, I am going to cast Shieldred's Edict on their Ocelot Pride. So the reason I'm doing that is... Oh, wait, no, I'm not. Oh, they do still have the mana for the counter here. So, here's the thought process. I'm actually going to do it here. They have 2 counter spells. I can pay for either one of the counter spells. Non-token. I can pay for either one of the counter spells. If they want to use both, that's kind of okay. It would also involve them using their treasure. They have a hard counter here. They drew just counterspell. Okay. Okay. Let's pay 3. Yes. Is this non-token creature? Yes, it is non-token. Oh, and they have days! Holy shit. Okay. I will not pay 1 for days. So their last cards were days. They drew days off the top. Okay. Well, I couldn't really play around that. They have a No More Lies. I luckily have another land. So I can play around this No More Lies. We are going to shoot Ocelot Pride. Boom, boom, boom. I mean, non-removal spell-based removal is solid. It's pretty good. There's a reason Running 6 is a playable Magic the Gathering card. It does a lot. And also I get to start looping Nurturing Peatland to draw cards, which is pretty cool. Oh, tanking a little bit. Trying to figure out if they want to eat it with Parallax Wave. I get this play. I could tell what they were thinking. We're going to play Nurturing Peatland. We're going to go red mana, boom. Indoraptor, perfect hybrid. Do you want to spend a counter on it? No, you don't. Cool. I get my creatures back. I think my creatures are better than your creatures. I think I like this. Not many good attacks here. Oh, whoa. Okay, so we're going to start off with paying Ocelot Pride. Bum, 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 bum. Crew that. Cool. That's fine. Then I'm going to shock in a Stomping Ground. I'll be like, Sebastian, you're about to die. Not really. Dash the Death Greeters. I know they don't have days as well. I'm going to put the counter on Indoraptor and swing. We get it. We 3-0'd. Let's go, baby. Let's go over this deck in a second. See there? Alrighty. I think this deck ruled. Renin 6 was actually just the GOAT that last match and just ping off stuff. Surak. This card rules, apparently. Just can't be countered is really relevant in a lot of matchups. And the fact that it just gets to Nadu, like, obviously you don't get to Nadu yourself, but when your opponent wants to deal with your shit at Nadus, my opponent did misplay a little bit game 2 in my last match, but that's okay. I think we still would have taken it down. Indoraptor shined a bit, also just as an aggressive card that I'd play a little later. We did see, once again, saw the power of Questing Beast. Snuff outshined, being able to kill my own stuff for free. Minskin Boost, great, obviously. Thoughtseize and Duress were good there. The Hierarch and the Halfling did well. Funnily enough, we never saw Barrogoyf, the card that made us pivot off of Solitude. But it did its thing. It made us pivot off Solitude, and that helped us build, I think, a better winning deck. Crypt, Mox Emerald are obviously amazing. The broken, powerful power and fast mana are obviously really good cards that you should be drafting. You should be putting in your decks. There's no reason not to play them. And they win games. The games where I saw Mana Crypt early in match 1 won me that. And then match 2 allowed me to... I got more help from sort of my 1-drop creatures and my hand attack. But they still appeared there and they still helped a lot. This deck overall... Oh, Tireless Tracker also showed up a lot and was great. Dismember was good. The removal package. This actually really showed off. I'll talk about this element of it. This showed off the more control-y end of Junding. I know it's not actually control. I don't mean that. But a lot of times, with how efficient creatures are with Broadside Bombardiers, Gut, Laelia, Barrogoyfs, Hex Drinkers, stuff like that, we see a aggressive, like Boros or Naya or other things, being super duper aggressive, right? Like, yes, you have your Swords to Plowshares and your Path to Exile, but you mainly want to see, like, for every 3 creatures you see, maybe you want to see 1 piece of removal. You don't want to see 3 pieces of removal on a creature. Your creatures just don't quite kill enough. Like, it's better when they have a little bit more, like, scaling there. But Jund, for years, has been doing this, where you just are like, I'm going to resolve Surak. I'm going to resolve a 4-power creature, and then I'm going to beat you to death with it while I just kill every creature you play. I'm going to have 3 removal spells in a creature, and that's my game plan. And it can be a little rough if you go up against another removal-heavy deck, especially nowadays, removals in every deck. It's just so important to the game, and you can get wrecked. But that's where things like Surak become really good, or Tireless Tracker, where they gain you increased value, or cards that are hard to deal with, like Minskin Boo, where they just like, oh, it can kill the creature, but it's hard to kill the Planeswalker as much, right? So, this was a little bit different than the aggro decks I normally draft. I hope you understand the difference of it and appreciate why it worked. And overall, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to do all the algorithm stuff. Like, comment, subscribe. Helps me out. Helps me to keep doing this. Don't forget to draft cube yourself. Have fun. Play Magic the Gathering. It's good for you. And I'll catch you next time. Bye.